Hey team, this is Lindsay from Pasadena. I'm so excited for our first legacy live stream, how we're aiming to end this global water crisis and to fully fund projects in Rwanda and not to mention run or walk, but one way or another crush the ADT half marathon and marathon on Labor Day this year in Colorado. It's incredible. So guys, these live streams are going to come weekly to you guys. Some weeks we're going to interview people so you guys can feel loved on and equipped so you can hit your goals, whether they're training or fundraising. But these are going to be about the fundraising side, the missional side of what we're doing in ending this global water crisis. So today you've got me up for 10 minutes of love. Next week, Brian Fraser, who was just in Rwanda in the last month, he is going to be sharing with us, and then a new person every week. But again, there'll be fundraising tips and missional insights to help you reach your goals. So today, my name is Lindsay, if you don't know me yet, and I am your Team World Vision Colorado lead. I live here in Pasadena, California, and I am here for you. I am on this team, and I am here to support you in any way, shape, or form that I can. So hopefully these live streams will be one way that we can get to know each other, and you can feel like you can reach out to me with whatever you need as far as technical, difficulties or prayer requests, anything. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys so you can get a little perspective of where we're at and where we're going. But guys, again, I want you to be able to hit your goals and to go after them boldly and to have fun doing that. So this is just a little insight into where we are and where we're headed. Guys, as of right now, we have provided water for over 1,000 people, which is absolutely incredible. We've raised over $50,000 as a team, and we're just getting started. So with that, I want you to be very clear in thanking the leaders of our pack, giving them a big shout out. These are our top 10 fundraisers so far who are crushing it for the kids. So big shout out to our top 10. And you got some people on your heels, y'all. So if you guys want to stay in that top 10, you got to keep on rocking it. But congrats for all the lives on behalf of the thirsty communities and families of Rwanda. Thank you for leading us as we try to end this water crisis. Guys, I'm going to jump back and forth a little bit from this PowerPoint to my face so you can feel like you're connecting with me and not just a screen. But guys, I know when we're hitting goals and we're trying to do big things, I know that you are on this team for a reason. And when you reach out and invite people into this mission so that you can hit those fundraising goals, but more importantly, not just hit a goal, but provide life-saving water to someone, whether it's one person, 10 people, 20 people, 1,000 people, you've got to start with your why. So I want you to know that I've got a couple resources that are going to be great for you to help you hit those goals. And the first one is you can see a TED Talk online that Simon Sinek did, and it's Start with the Why. And that's all about how people communicate. And in the States, guys, how we get really wrapped up in trying to tell people the how and the what we're doing. And that's a very important thing, right? What am I doing? I'm running a half marathon or a marathon. And what am I doing? I'm going to try to provide people with clean water. But more than the what or even the how that's going to happen, people want to know your heart and why you're doing what you're doing. And in that book and in that TED Talk, if you just search Simon's name or Start with the Why, you're going to see a 20-minute power-packed TED Talk about how people who have the passion and the power and the why that they communicate are more successful or have been in the past than the people that necessarily have all the funding that they need and know the what they're doing and how they're going to do it. But actually the people that are why people are the people that are successful in actually inspiring others into action with them. And just to give you a quick story, guys, I grew up in Ohio. I have an incredible parents. I love my parents. And my mom and my dad both are just, they're doers. My mom is a quiet doer. My dad is, if he's in the room, he's just full of life and full of love. And both of them are just consistent, relentless doers and lovers, filling in holes and cracks and gaps, just getting it done. And I wasn't necessarily raised with, you can do anything, but I was raised with folks who believed in me and believed in what I saw and what I wanted. And they painted a vision and a picture for me that we could bring good into the world and that we could do good things with our life. And so whatever I wanted to do to help other people, they believed in me and they got behind me and they helped me see that through. And guys, that's my why that still drives me today. When I was a senior in high school, I was in one of the biggest track meets of my life. And I was an 800-meter runner. I mean, 2 laps, half mile. And that race, I didn't know what was going to happen. I wanted to break a school record. I wanted to win it. And it was on my home track. And my dad and my mom were at everything that I ever did. I mean, unbelievably supportive parents that I knew whether they were there or not, they believed in me. And my dad used to always wear red and black. He had a suit and a tie on because he was in sales, and he was always, you know, meeting with different customers or clients. And he would actually align his schedule to my track meets. So if I was away, he would actually wait on clients and meet with clients in that area so he could come and support me. And this one race, he was going to be out of town traveling. And he said, I'll do everything I can to be there. But if not, you know that I'm going to be wearing this tie and I'll have the red and black on and I'm with you. And he actually let me pick out that tie. So I knew that he was with me and supporting me. And come race day, all the way up to the beginning of that race, I did not hear my dad cheering. I didn't think he was there. And guys, I'm talking about when my dad is in the vicinity at a track meet or a basketball game or anything, he would always yell at these track meets or cross-country meets, "Run, Lindsay, run!" And I knew he was there, and he was fueling me with those cheers, you know? So there was no run, Lindsay, run that day. There was no kind of shout outs. And I got to the start line and I just thought, I know he's with me, you know? And I was nervous as all get out, and the gun went off and I went around that first 100 meters, you know, to get out to a good start. And as soon as I got to the back of the track and I tried to relax a little bit and open up my stride, there it was, this "Run, Lindsay, run." And I'll tell you, this energy from the soles of my feet rised all the way up to the top of my head. And guys, I have goosebumps even telling the story now, because I knew that my dad believed in me and I knew that he had my back. And that type of fuel and faith was my why to get around that track, that I knew that I could win. And guys, and this is no arrogance. I mean, those girls were toast running this race because I knew that my dad was with me. And when I crossed that line victorious, man, they took my time and they did everything that they needed to do logistically, and they let me off the track. And my younger brother was right there, and he picked me up after I walked through the fence and he swung me all the way around in the circle. You know, you did it, congratulations. And he steps back and he has his hands on my shoulders and he said, "Did you hear Dad?" And I said, "Yeah, where's he at?" And my brother, with my shoulders in his hands, he just shook his head. And it was him. It was him that was cheering me on to that finish line. And guys, literally my family believing in me and telling me that the good in the world is possible and that nothing's impossible and we can do great things has guided me throughout my life. And I just want you to know that you've got people in your life and you've got a God behind you that is cheering you on, saying you can do it. And your why, you know, like whatever your why is for changing the world, mine is that my family has always said that I could, you know, and now I know that there's a God that powers me, that gives me a spirit to do these great things because he's got a plan to reconcile all things. Those are my whys: to run for water, to encourage people to start running, to grab a hold of their health, because I know that God has a great plan for us and wants us to have an incredible life. Whatever your why is for saying yes to that, that's what you've got to start with for fundraising. Hear me clearly. You got to figure out your why you're doing this. And you've got to share that vision of your why to invite people into being a part of that with us. And with that, I mean, literally watch that TED Talk and just get that 20 minutes perspective on communication, because people will want to be a part of what you're doing. But with that, here's your second little resource for you. And I've sent this out to your team captains, so just tap them and ask them for it. But there is this little pamphlet, a PDF from Henry Nouwen. It's called The Spirituality of Fundraising. And it will rock your world about what this looks like to fundraise. Henry Nouwen actually says in this little pamphlet that fundraising isn't about begging. It's It's actually giving a vision to what you want to accomplish and a mission that people can join you on in making the world a better place and crossing this finish line and providing people with life-saving clean water, that you in Colorado have the capability to save people's life on the other side of the planet for just $50. So this Henry Nouwen pamphlet, I'm telling you, it's going to rock your world, and you can read through it. It's a quick read, but it really talks to you about how this isn't about fundraising, that we're trying to fix a problem, or there's just this issue that we're trying to do. Yeah, the clean water crisis is a crisis and it is an issue. But what we're doing is saying we can be a part of making the world a better place, so where every person has clean water and every person has a shot at life, and that drinking water, which we need, isn't going to be a source of death, but a source of fuel so that we can go live out our dreams and make the world better. And people can be a part of that mission with us. So you've got that Start With Why TED Talk or book that you can grab a hold of, the Spirituality of Fundraising pamphlet. I'm telling you that it's going to be amazing. But as you do this, guys, I want you to know that there are clear results. There are clear results when you're asking people to donate to your page. When we're talking about the clean water crisis, guys, check this out. In 2010, almost 1 billion people didn't have clean water in 2010. And then all the way down now, if you look to that, we're down to 663 million in 2015. In 5 years, that's the amount of difference that we've made. And guys, over the decades, over the last 2 decades, over the last 20 years, almost 100 million kids under the age of 5 have been saved because of clean water efforts through World Vision, UNICEF, across the globe, efforts that have been made. Kids are alive because of it. So I just want you to take a minute, look at that slide. These are real people that are alive and well now, that can chase after their dreams, can have families and kids because they have clean water. And how many kids that are alive because of this? We are making a clear difference in the world through fundraising and through running this race. So with that, guys, I'm going to show you a couple more things. But if you know that you're running to end this water crisis, and all of our funds, again, are going to Rwanda. So right now, I just want to level it out for you. What does that mean? Right now, World Vision US has committed to providing or giving funding $1.2 million worth of projects. Those are gravity-fed pipelines, solar-powered pumps, filtration systems, tons of different infrastructure that's going to go into Rwanda. We have committed to help fund $1.2 million of projects in Rwanda in 2016. This team is committed to $200,000 of that $1.2 million goal to help fund these projects. So let me be clear with you. These projects are happening in 8 different areas in Rwanda, and they are scheduled projects that are blueprinted out and ready to go. They're ready to go. These communities are ready. Everything is ready. All they need is funding. And World Vision US has said in the next year, we believe that we can commit to $1.2 million to go to these projects so that you can green light them and all of these people can have clean water in the next coming years because of these projects. So with that, we've committed to $200,000 of that. So if we hit that goal, and the other major donors that are part of this campaign for Rwanda hit that goal, all of the projects that are available today, that are green lighted today in Rwanda for the next year, those will be funded, fully funded, which means that we're going to talk about large-scale construction projects, men and women being put to work, kids going to school, and clean water in the country of Rwanda coming over the next year. And what that also does is it green lights other World Vision workers to go out to other parts of the country where there is still yet to have clean water, to actually start working with those communities and scale out larger portions of projects, farther pipelines, filtration systems, maybe new wells or new water pans, so that more and more people can have water. So by us funding that $200,000, these projects are ready to go. We just have to provide the funding. That's where our $200,000 will go to, is the country of Rwanda, to these 8 different areas. So these are real people, real projects that are just waiting on us and our funds to come in. So you can tell people directly, if you partner with me this year, whether it's $50, $100, $200, It's going to help fully fund over $1.2 million of projects in 8 different areas of Rwanda. That is absolutely incredible stuff, guys, that we're doing. And with that, yeah, I mean, you gotta have a little bit of a plan, right? I know a lot of you are like, man, I want to start my fundraising and I don't know how, or I just don't know where to start. And what I say to you is that there's a quote from Saint Francis of Assisi, and Saint Francis, sorry, I'm getting excited here, says, start by doing what is necessary, just necessary. Then do what is possible, and suddenly you are doing the impossible. So 3 steps, guys. You start with what's necessary, then what is possible, and then before you know it, the impossible is happening. Or maybe it should really be this: necessary, possible, then the impossible is happening. So for you guys, I'm going to tell you what I think is necessary for you to start your fundraising, or really kick it off and get it going, is to just set a goal. So with that, I want you to see very clearly where our goals are at and how these have been set. Guys, everybody has that 1310 base level goal, right? That means 26 people will get clean water for life. So I want you to look right over here, right? 26 people, that's your base level goal. What is necessary is that you have a goal that you believe in, and I want it to be based on lives. How many people do you want to have clean water? So you're going to set this goal wherever you want to, and you're going to shoot for it to the best of your capability. That's what's necessary, is you set a goal that you believe in, that you feel convicted about, that you want to go after. So you set that goal, right? And then with that, what's necessary is that you need to think about wholeheartedly a list of people that could partner with you. And I'm talking about everybody that you know, not just people that you think will give, but maybe people that are just in your network ultimately, because you don't want to say no for people. You want to paint that picture. You want to tell them why you're doing what you're doing, and tell them that they could be a part of changing 100 people's lives, or 60 people's lives, or 200 people's lives, guys. And with that, I think you guys already know it, but in Colorado, right? Only in Colorado, we have a boost situation happening. So if you guys set a goal of 1310, when you hit that 1310 mark, you're going to receive a $1,000 boost from Vanguard Skin Specialists. So when you think about your goal, automatically, if you set a goal of 1310, when you talk to your donors, your partners in this, right? If you hit that mark of 1310, you're not just giving 26 people water for life. You're actually giving 46 people water for life. Because if you look at it, 1,000 people, $50 is clean water for life, guys. $50 is clean water for life. So 1310 is 26 lives. When you hit that 1310 goal, you automatically get the $1,000 boost, which is 20 more lives. So it'll put your fundraising at 1310. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, if you want to hit this goal and you hit it, you're going to end up at 1310. You might as well set your goal at 3,000 and shoot for 60 lives, because you're already going to be over that mark on your way to 3,000. And if you hit that $3,000 goal, again, Vanguard Skin Specialist is going to give you that $1,000 boost to get you up to 4,000. So not only did you provide water for 3,000 people, or $3,000, that's 60 people, you can add 20 more people to that, and you'll have a $4,000 goal. And that means not 60, but 80 people will have clean water for life. So do what is necessary. Set a goal that makes you a little nervous that you're going to chase after, but know that Vanguard Skin Specialists and Team World Vision, we're with you in this as a team to end the water crisis in Rwanda and fully fund these projects. So whatever goal that you set, you could hit these boosts as you go up, and it's just going to actually almost nearly double your fundraising, if that makes sense. So guys, I know I'm flying through this a little quickly, but just reach out to me by email if you have any questions. You can talk to your team captains, but when you hit these goals, you will get these boosts. And our next boost date, if you look very clearly up on this slide, is August 1st. So if you hit 1310 by August 1st, you're going to get a $1,000 boost, and your fundraising will turn into 1310. And instead of 26 people with water, you're going to have 46 people that you have given clean water for life sustainably. And if you hit $3,000 by then, you would get both of these boosts, and you would actually be up to $5,000, if that makes sense. If you hit 3,000 by August 1st, you would get boost number 1 and boost number 2 at the same time. But guys, I mean, it's absolutely incredible how this is going to impact your fundraising and help you hit higher goals and provide more people with clean water. So if you're following me on that, these boosts are huge. These are huge to help you hit your goals. So just really quickly, with that, if you're like, okay, Lindsay, I'm going to do what's necessary. I'm going to hit these goals, and I'm going to set a goal that I believe in, and I'm going to make a list of people that I think could partner with me. And I'm talking about everybody you know, and even maybe look through your Facebook friends and think about people who care about the world, who want to do good things, people that are giving already. Guys, these people are people who want to do good in the world, and they don't necessarily know about the water crisis, or they don't know that $50 can save somebody's life, can give them a lifetime of water. So it's not that you're begging them to participate in something. You're saying, hey, you're a giving, generous person that wants to make the world better, and I'm doing this. Will you come alongside of me and be a part of it too? Because people want to do good things. You're just giving them a tangible way to do it. And if you're thinking, okay, so I can make asks, I can write emails, I can send letters, I can do text messages, but I maybe want to get creative or do different things. Guys, there's lots of stuff on our webpage, on Team World Vision, that can help you, tools that can help you hit your fundraising goals. So if you look online onto your webpage, this should look very familiar to you. When you log on to teamworldvision.org, you're going to see that this is your homepage. And here, right here, are training tips for you, but fundraising tips for you. And if you click on fundraising tips, all of these things are going to pop up. And I'm talking top fundraiser ideas. If you guys that I met with in Parker and Boulder, you guys have probably checked this out already. But guys, in Colorado Springs, these are tons of awesome resources for you to help you hit these goals. And even we have a print store that you can print off cards that you can hand off to people that have your personalized link on it, which is helpful, or even just videos to share with people so that they can get a larger view of what you're doing. But again, you don't have to worry about answering every question. If somebody asks you a question, email me, I can get you the answers. Or you can go online to the fundraising tools, or do you see this impact tab up here? That's all about clean water. If you click that tab, it's going to give you information about clean water. If you watch these videos, it'll give you information about clean water and testimonies of people's lives who have been changed because of the water that they've received. So these are tools that are totally accessible to you online, that are there to help you along the way so you can smash your goals, okay? Finally, I know that this has been a little bit longer than we wanted it to be. I just want to give you one more huge announcement. Guys, when you're thinking about setting your goals and what is necessary, and then you start asking people, maybe you throw a party, maybe guys, I'm from Cleveland, and the Cavaliers just won the NBA championship. So I've actually reached out to friends who have season tickets to the Cavs, and I've said to them, hey, would you be willing to part with one of your games and let me raffle off these tickets to provide people with clean water and kids with stability and protection in their lives? And we're talking about maybe what game that they're going to be able to give up. But these folks know by giving me these tickets, I'm going to actually say to people, hey, for $100, I'm going to give you one raffle ticket to win these tickets. For $200, I'll give you 3 raffle tickets. I'm trying to figure out, what the scale is for the raffle. But I'm going to raffle off as many tickets as I can, and somebody's going to win awesome tickets to see the Cavs play this year as national champions, or world champions, I guess. And with that, tons of kids are going to be, tons of vulnerable kids are now going to be protected and will have what they need so that they can have a future, a safe future. So think creatively with your fundraising ideas. As a team, celebrate the victories that you get at group runs. Tell stories of awesome donations that you received or new ideas that you're going to try to go after this week, so we can support you, pray for you, celebrate with you, and hopefully come up with great new ideas to help us hit these goals. But finally, when you're setting those goals, I got a crazy carrot for you. Like, this is incredible. All right. Are you ready, guys? Are you ready? So I think a lot of you folks probably are aware that Ashton Eaton and his wife, Brianne, are unbelievable athletes. Ashton right now is the world record holder and gold medalist in the decathlon. Brianne was the world champion, and she is a Canadian qualifier for the Olympics this year in the heptathlon. So both of this man and this woman, they are married, and they are two of the best athletes on the planet alive right now. They are huge Team World Vision supporters. They were with us in Africa. I got to go to Kenya with them last year. They said that we want to fully support the athletes that are walking and running to end the global water crisis. So they have offered up themselves December 9th and 10th in Southern California for all legacy runners to come and hang out with them for a weekend. So we're hoping to have, 50 to 100 legacy runners all weekend hanging out with Ashton and Brianne in Southern California, the 9th and the 10th. So if you hit legacy status this year, $10,000 or 200 kids with clean water, you are eligible to come hang out with the Eatons and Team World Vision staff and Vision Cast and enjoy. They actually said that they might do some workouts with us, which would be really fun. But of course, low scale workouts, fun workouts. But this is an awesome opportunity, to set your goal high, say, hey, I want to provide 200 kids with clean water. I want to be a legacy Team World Vision runner. And then you can come to Southern California this December and hang out with the Eatons. So there'll be more information on that. If you guys are curious about how that's going to happen or how that's going to work, again, just reach out to me and ask me more information. But the bottom line is, guys, you are world changers. 1,000 people have clean water in Rwanda because of you as of today, over 1,000 people. And guys, we're shooting for $200,000. So what does that mean? Translating, we're talking about 4,000 people who will be alive and well and able to live their lives. They'll have 6 to 8 hours of their life back that aren't walking for dirty water, but that can be put into school, into growing an economy, to keeping their house clean and their family safe, to living their life again. And just, not sick every day of their lives, not just constantly wasting time walking and trying to survive, but living. And you guys are contributing to that. So thanks so much for our first hangout. I know this was a longer one because I really wanted to give you the big picture about setting goals, utilizing that boost to hit those goals, and helping as many people as we can in Rwanda. Next week, we're going to have Brian Fraser on, and it's going to be 10 minutes of pure goodness from him, just coming out of Rwanda and his top-notch fundraising tips for you. This dude is one of our top fundraisers in the country. I believe he's raised over $50,000 for one race a couple years ago. He raised $29,000. And guys, he did that with personal connection stuff. So he's going to tell you his best tips and some stories from Rwanda, 10 minutes of goodness. Please tune in and just plug in with this and know that we are here to support you because we are all on this mission together. So I love you guys. I hope you had a great lunch, and I'll talk to you soon. Email me if you have any questions. Take care.